Hello, I've come back from Slimming World. It's a Monday, and I weighed in at 10 stone 8.5, so I am 1 pound heavier. I'm a bit, I'm a bit in two minds, so I'm a bit low about it because that means that I'm not 10 stone 5 anymore, but 3.5 pounds on. But on the other hand, I am also proud of myself because I am 10 stone 8, so yeah, 10 stone 8.5 still means that I've lost 3 stone, so I'm 3 stone exactly, and it's a good thing because also I'm still in my target. So my target weight is 10 stone 7, and 10 stone 8.5 is only 1.5 pounds above that, so that's a good thing. I'm happy because last week I went out. Well, I didn't go out twice. I had 2 tricky days. So there was the day of my birthday, which I went out in the evening. I had butternut squash and sweet potato crumble, and I had courgettes, and I had potatoes, and the potatoes had been done in oil and the courgettes had been done in oil, and the butternut squash crumble, the crumble has obviously got it had kind of flour and margarine, well, butter probably, in it. No, it was vegetarian, so probably would have had margarine rather than butter. It was very, very, very delicious, but I would have been wide variety of sins in there. I was happy with it though because it was a food optimized meal in terms of it wasn't the sins were still high probably in there, but the basis of the food was vegetables, so therefore it was filling. It might have been a bit high sin, but at least it was filling, so it was filled up for a long time. So I was happy about that. But obviously that would have been a day over sins, and the other day was Saturday, which was my son's birthday, and the day started off well. I had my quinoa porridge, but I hadn't really taken into account the fact that I would need to be having a meal at the time. Like I would be able to, if I'm going to have some sort of free meal during that time, and the house was obviously filled full of people, so I wasn't really able to kind of cook, and so I ended up eating kind of just what my mum had brought, which was kind of quiche and pizza and stuff like that, and Pringles and extra stuff. So although that day was not a good day in terms of I felt I had some cake and it was a bit grotty, you feel a bit grotty, but the next day after that I was very much on plan. I had still the party food in the house, so I had to make a little plan in my head as to how I was going to cope with that. And the way I was going to cope with that was keep out of the kitchen. I was going to make sure I had my breakfast, my lunch and my dinner and my afternoon snack. Make sure I had plenty of fluids, in terms of keeping some coffee and Diet Coke and squash, just a wide variety of fluids, and that worked really well. Fantastic. It was super easy and worked really, really, really well. I've swapped to just having black coffee now, and been using my 2 Healthy Extra A's as 2 types of cheese. I've been having those slices of Gouda, slices of Emmental and slices of extra mature cheddar. They slice them, so you can get sliced packs of sliced cheese. So I've decided to go for those. They're obviously a bit expensive. It's like £1.70 I think for a pack, but of course you're only having one of them we have 2 of them a day, I suppose. Just checking on my Healthy Extra A's just in case they're not. Just make sure I've got my Healthy Extras correct. Can I have Gouda? Probably can't, can I? After all that. Yeah, I can. Emmental, 30 grams Emmental, 30 grams Gouda, and in those sliced packs they're 25 grams, so it just fits just under, so it's just perfect. You can have one of them and then you're done. Mature extra mature cheddar. So got it in there. Cheddar, well, it'd just be cheddar, wouldn't it? Yeah, cheddar 30 grams. So that works out quite well, and it provides a variety of cheese. Edam as well you can have, but I didn't get that this time round. But that was quite interesting because my son likes Gouda cheese. So that was quite nice because he wouldn't have normally had that before. So he does actually really like that cheese. So that worked well. Gives him a different. It's always nice, isn't it, when your children like a slight, something different, add something to their repertoire. I also bought myself a like a drip filter coffee machine. It was £15 in Argos, and basically the hot water rises and it drips through the coffee grains, coffee grate, whatever they're called, ground coffee beans, and then it drips into a glass thing at the bottom, glass jug, and that's really nice. So that's really helped with the black coffee thing, because that's really nice as black coffee. I didn't feel like I need anything else, so I have been not having my almond milk. And as a change, just to have a little change about, see what else I can, just try and it worked obviously well before. It has a plan to work with, but I just it's a good opportunity to change things up a bit, see what works, see what doesn't work. So I'm really positive about this week. My only problem I've got is next Saturday was my daughter's birthday. But I feel like I'm going to have a better plan because I'm aware that there might be food around again. And although I'm obviously a bit more relaxed around food in terms of I might have a slice of cake, have those things, I'm aware that I'm going to need to make sure I have a midday meal. So I'm going to need to make sure I've got my breakfast and my lunch, and I'm going to have my dinner, and I'll have my Healthy Extra B snacks in the afternoon. But I've just got to be a little bit aware that, got to know yourself, haven't you? You've got to know that you probably, I think I'll probably feel, I want to be in a position where my daughter knows that you can eat sensibly and healthily, and you don't have to limit things, so you can have things in moderation, but it's not every day. I want them both to feel like they can eat the food that they like, and also because obviously and to promote the fact that the food they also like is fruit and veg and stuff like that, so that they just trying to get that balance for them, and try not to make them feel like I'm being a fussy pants because I don't want to eat it for the sins, etc. So I'm trying to, you want them to have a healthy lifestyle, but you don't want them to get hung up on food. Try and get it sort of like a healthy view of it, so that you're looking after yourself. Of course you want to eat healthy food because you look after yourself, don't you? Your self-care and such. But on the other hand, there might be some different types of foods that you want to access or have a little piece of, but it's definitely not something you have all the time. It's not a food substance, as it were. It's just something to, I don't know, don't know what category to put it in. So that's my only awareness, and just got to play it by ear. I think probably what I'll do on that day is just keep distracting myself and moving myself on, and probably just try and not use willpower and sort of thing like that, but just kind of keep moving on. Try not to think about it too much and keep focusing on the other things within that, because I don't really want another game next week. I would prefer to maintain or lose next week. I think I don't really want to. I don't really want to sit up at 10 stone 10, and I think that's another reason why I need to really sort of think. I really do need to change my target, because I don't want to be 10 stone 10, and 10 stone 10 is the top end of my target. I should be comfortable there. So I just think realistically I've got to drop it, because then I'll feel comfortable. You want to feel like in your target you're comfortable no matter what number you are in that target range. So I think I think that'll be one of the next things to achieve. But someone was saying in the comments that, you know, maybe by next Christmas drop to 10 stone, and I think it's a good achievable thing in my head to think, you know, just slow and steady it, keep to plan, because that's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else apart from just keep to plan, because the plan will carry you through, and just keep finding those ways to I don't think it's even motivation, because I was trying to think the other day about how I don't think I have to ever re-motivate myself, because I'm always motivated in terms of I don't really want to be 13 stone 8.5 again. I don't really want to be up there again, so I don't feel like I have to motivate myself, because I always want to retain where I am. But it's almost like having to remind yourself of the importance of keeping it light, keeping it relaxed, because food optimizing works best when you're relaxed about it. You're focusing on your free foods, focusing on your speed foods, in terms of not thinking I better have them otherwise I'll put loads of weight on, but more thinking I'm hungry, what am I going to eat, basing it around those free foods and speed foods. I think that's why it's worked really well for me to have my afternoon snack be the Healthy Extra B and some I actually tend to be the Healthy Extra B, and then if I want sins during the day, they just tend to be bits and pieces here and there, so I don't put any pressure on them. So if I want a few olives, I'll have a few olives, or I want as in the cheese side of things, I can have 2 cheeses anyway. So and the nuts, often I might have, because there's that pack of, because you can have 15 cashew nuts now on Slimming World for Healthy Extra B, and there's a pack I have of cashew nuts, and I don't know quite how many's in there, but I'll have to count them one day. They're like a small pack, but I think there's more than 15, and I think if I were to count them, and then I can just add on the extra sins for them, so it's like a pack's complete. It's Healthy Extra B plus probably like 7 sins or something. So I think I'd try and do like that, where you kind of I don't really want to have special time where I'm using up my sins as a special thing. I like to kind of just incorporate a little bit in with my meals here and there, and have it like at the same time as my Healthy Extra B. I think it kind of takes the sins off the radar, if you know what I mean. Then it just, you're focusing on your healthy extras and your free food and your speed food. Okay, so yeah, I think there's anything else I was thinking about saying. No, I think I'm okay. I'm just going to carry on, and I'm enjoying my 2 cheeses, and then just going to carry on. Just seeing how we get on, really, just trying out the different ways of doing things. Just kind of, it's quite helpful that the book is enough different to you to feel like sometimes when you just used to make small changes, you'd feel like, well, I don't really feel like I'm doing a new plan, whereas I feel a little bit like it does feel like a bit more like a new plan. So yeah, I'm very grateful to still be in Target, and I'm very grateful to the stage I'm at now, and I feel we just got to keep going, haven't you? Alright then, I'm going to say goodbye, and then I'm going to have some lunch, and have some soup for lunch, and then I shall see you next week. Lots of love to everyone, bye.